Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, my fellow Biafrans. Happy new month. It shall be well with all of us. 2026, we have seen the half of it. My prayers, my declarations to each and every one of us hearing my voice at this hour is that you will see the end of 2026. You can never become a victim of any circumstances. As a matter of fact, from now till this year ends, your testimony will shake all the enemies of Biafrans around you. If you believe this, let me hear a louder say at the comment section of this video. My brothers and sisters, believe it or leave it, I have a gift, and my gift is to speak, and things will happen. Whether you like it or not, this new month, my brother, you must triumph. Accident will never be your portion. Premature death will run far away from you and your households. Any man or woman that sees you and begin to remember what happens to either their relative or their son or their daughters, may what happened to those people happen to them. You can never be used as a scapegoat in shrine of Oko, where people are donating people's destinies. And I decree today that this new month shall mark the beginning of new things to come in your lives. Okay, back to the business of today. Today happens to be Monday, first day in the month of June and in the year of 2026. The information that brought us here is a kind of breaking news that the government of US through Mike Rubin is now in fact they have taken the over the case of Simon Ekpa. Anyway, let me not blow this trumpet because I might make mistake along the line, but let us read this article together. Please join with me, or rather follow me, and I will lead you to a way that you will understand. I will never lead you astray. Breaking news. Biafran leader, or rather Biafran Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa's arrest in Finland raises concerns in the US. Let me shock you that I am reading from the online newspaper of Daily Trust. Daily Trust is Hausa Fulani online newspapers. They always like to spread propaganda against the Biafrans. Whenever they see good news or shocking news or progress in the Biafra a kind of space, they will never give that kind of news. That was then. But I tell you one thing, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it categorically clear. He said, a time shall come when we will never pay anybody a dime to broadcast the good news of Biafrans. So this is part of the good news. If you don't know, government of US, Washington, Pentagon is now interested in the case of Simon Ekpa. Yes. Anyway, let me not talk much. Okay. Breaking news. Biafran Prime Minister Simon Ekpa's arrest in Finland raises concerns in the US Parliament. The arrest of Biafran separatist leader Simon Ekpa Njoko in Finland has sparked debates upon debates with US former and present government officials criticizing Finnish authorities for allowing the arrest. This message, if you go to Dr. Ngozo Rabese's platform, it is wide written there. So you will understand we are not passing propaganda. This is current news. Okay, following Ekpa's arrest, Michael Rubin at M. Rubin 1971, that is his ex-handle if you don't know. So you can bombard him with messages, upon messages, or congratulations, or rather kudos, anyone you may choose to use. Okay. A former US government official and present attached to the Pentagon and a senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute criticized Finnish authorities and their president for their handling of the case of Simon Ekpa, which in the Congress, in American Parliament, they describe it, these people, they get a way of doing their own things. They describe it as crime against humanity. that the right of Simon Ekpa was trampled upon. According to them, they said, how can you give a judgment, or rather pass a judgment, or sentence somebody based on mere social media evidence? You see where they are a kind of concentrating now. To then to rub it on the face of Alexander Stubborn, who feels that taking contract from Nigeria or jailing Simon Ekpa will make him the greatest hero of all time. But he made a mistake by doing that. And I'm here to tell him he better think twice. Because that thing he thinks it is a celebration or progress is doom. I sense doom coming to Alexander Stubborn. Let us continue. According to Michael Rubin, it was unfair for the finance authorities to arrest Ekpa and prosecute him while all he sought was freedom for his people. According to him again, he accused Finland judiciary president and his foreign ministry of allowing scammers and human rights abusers to weaponize its judiciary as a mechanism for transnational repression and harassment. Exactly what Cho Ayaba is facing in Norway. Finland coast on its reputation of liberalism, human rights, and freedom when it comes to Africans escaping repression at home. Alas, it is a reputation the country no longer deserves. According to him, he stated, message, my people, chai. There is a lot of wisdoms that follow this message. And it is worth celebrating, if I'm allowed to use that word. It is worth celebrating. Because ihe na-enwe otu a ga-eme ya, otu nga ya eme ga-adị, ọwa asụ ndị be anyị. Ọkwa ndị ibe na-asụ dị asụ a, if I'm not mistaken. But the truth of the matter is that everybody's, from going through Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case file, and also from having what it is called a deep reflection on the case of Simon Ekpa. Now the American government and also its allies and every other person out there who cares for the Biafran's liberation, kind of freedom, all of them is now beginning to wake up. One thing I keep telling everybody or everyone here who cares to listen to me is that propaganda is the highest tool anybody, any organization, any government using to confuse the international community. Sometimes we online, we shout, we cry, we make everything humanly possible, thinking that our messages are going direct to the people it's supposed to reach. But the answer is no. Even if that message get to their desktop, do you think they have time to browse the internet? Their ADC, their henchmen, their special advisor, their PAs, who will get all the messages they find on the internet to present to them, they might see your own. And they are one of those ones whom they have lobbied from back to confuse the president into not showing concerns about the killings, the mutilations, and the terrorism going on in the contraction called Nigeria. What do you think is going to happen? They will dodge the message and present the one that is going to suit the narratives of what they have been paid to do. This is very simple. And that's the more reason why each time I find them having a kind of conversation of this type, of this magnitude, my brother, it gives me joy. Overwhelming joy. That is what I receive. Or rather, that is what I feel each time this kind of message came to my desktop. Because, my brother, yes, all these ones, they are highly connected, they have the power, but did they have the time to look on the internet and begin to gather a kind of information from people like us? I still answer, no, they don't have the time. President, even common ordinary councillor, ordinary ward councillor in your locality have bodyguards. They can't even browse internet. If they are going to internet, their PAs have to go to internet for them. If they want to check woman, their PAs have to go to check woman. I'm talking about local government ward councillor. So you can imagine the presidents. Prior to the 2023 general elections, Bola Ahmed Tinubu told them, and those ones who care to listen, that let me borrow his word. He said, I barely go to internet. You know how he look like frog. They abuse the hell out of me. If I go to internet, I will have high BP. That is what he said. Before, he used to go to internet when he was not the president. Even before to the president, he refused to go to internet again. You can imagine. How then you want him to go to internet when he becomes the president and everybody is abusing the hell out of him? So our message is somehow going directly or indirectly. But my happiness is that they have come out now to look into the matter of Simon Ekpa. But my problem with them, I still maintain my stand. Whether you like it or not, whether you like me or not. My problem with the US is that they talk too much, but little actions. Or rather, their mode of operation is very slow. Because if they could plan the war of Iran for 46 years, my brother, they are working like tortoise. That is the simple truth. That is the name I think is qualified to give that system of work. Before they will even come to the aid of the people they're supposed to save, cops will have been everywhere. And as it happened to Iran. To the extent that Iran will come out, that their leader, when they call him Ali Khamenei, I'll be waiting. He woke up one morning and tell his ADC, you see that city, it seems like they are compromising. They are not following our destiny, our rules and regulation. You know what he will do? He's not going to tell you to go and punish them. No. He will just tell you, because send one small missile there. The man, when they happy, say people wey look like they want compromise. So all of them now don't drop dead. So all of them have been unalived. That's exactly what is happening. In that back home called Zoo. It is well. Okay, Oscar said the Fulani government is arresting the Biafrans all over the world in order to stop or suppress the ideology. Your problem is that you are not a Muslim. Finland is allied with Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and Qatar. Okay, Human Lucky said, the good guy, our PM, Simon Ekpa, freedom is yours. All must help Biafra nation. And then we have one man said at Alex Stubborn at Finland government, shame on you people. Just be prepared to dance at the logo. Because he who want to dance Surugede, don't have to forget that Surugede is the dance of the spirit. Bartholomew said judiciary system of Finland is compromised about the rule to make a world a better place. Rule of law must prevail. The last but not the least. Okay. Let's end it here. My people are here. We'll take a break and I'll hear my voice again when I come back. Like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos coming your way. Happy new day, happy new month, happy new week. It shall be well with each and every one of us. Catch you next time.